Okay, YouTube, I'm back with another video. I want to talk about the HomePod first generation, the OG one. Um, I was debating whether I want to go ahead and get the new one that just came out, but from what I've seen, it's not much of a difference. So I went ahead and got this one here last year on eBay for about $120, and when they got discontinued, I got that one right there, the black one, for maybe about 200, something like that. So $320 for a set, it ain't bad. The reason why I didn't get the first one when it first came out is because the price to me was too high, $350. Even when it dropped to $300, that's still too much for a speaker. But when the minis came out, I found that to be a better of a deal. So I got two of the minis and they sound great. But what I wish that Apple would have done, I wish they would at least came out with a subwoofer to pair with the HomePod minis and the original HomePod and the new one that just came out. Because although the bass on these here are great, sometimes some people, they just want to immerse the room with bass, so you could really feel the effects of the movies. Just like my soundbar that I have with the subwoofer, it just sounds great with that subwoofer. You could just feel the vibration throughout the house. But this one here I have paired to my bedroom. Like I said, the bass does sound good, but sometimes I just wish that it had a little more, or just not a little more bass to it, but I just wish that there was another accessory, like I said, like a subwoofer that we can add to it, and that way we can increase the experience from the device itself. But should you go out and pay $300 for a new HomePod? In my opinion, no. You can go on eBay and find these for dirt cheap. You might find it for less than $100. You might get lucky and get one for less than $100. These here, both of these that I got, they work great. The only thing is they have like a small thump sound that occurs maybe like every 20 to 30 minutes. But it's like low. It just sounds like a muted thump. But it doesn't bother me at all. That's all it is. They don't get hot when you're playing music for long periods of time, or using it as your TV surround. They've been working great for me. Like I said, this one here I bought last year. I think it was late last year. That one over there, I got it as soon as Apple discontinued them, and they've been working great for now. But for what it's worth, if they go out on me right now, I can tell you right now, I got my money's worth. But should you? It's up to you. I wouldn't do it personally, because that's too much money. $300, too much money. Maybe if it drops to 200, maybe 250, then yeah, I'll go ahead and consider getting me the new one, and replace my minis with the new HomePod. But for right now, the ones are still working great, and they say that the ones you cannot transfer music from your phone to the HomePod, your phone close to your speaker, and it transfers the song from your phone to the HomePod. Right now, I can't get it to work, but before I started this video, it was working. I was able to transfer the music from my iPhone 13 Pro to the speaker, to this one here and to that one over there. It was working great, but as soon as I started to make the video, it stopped working. It wouldn't work no more. But if I can get it to work, I'll go ahead and include it into this video right here. That way you guys can see that it does work. So they're working great, as I said. But if you want to go that route, go on eBay, find yourself a couple of HomePods, the original ones. Make sure that they don't have no other issues, like overheating or loud popping sounds when you're playing music. Like, oh, they're great. Sometimes I'll leave the speakers on overnight playing music or playing some nature sounds, to help me go to sleep and whatnot. But yeah, it just stay on all night. Wake up in the morning, I just turn it off. But yeah, they're great. The ones that I've got off eBay, they're great. But yes, try that out. Go on eBay before you start spending $300 on a speaker that might work the same as this one here. I really can't say that it does sound better or don't. I'm just going by what people say on YouTube. They say it does sound better, but they remove some of the tweeters and whatnot. So I don't know. I haven't been to Best Buy to listen to it to see if it does sound the same or better than this one here. But as I said, these sound great for me right now. But if they come out with a subwoofer, I might consider paying maybe $250 or $300 for the subwoofer to add on to these speakers here. That way, I could get like that nice rumble bass sound throughout the whole room. Especially if you're in a small room with the HomePod minis, subwoofer would be great. So Apple, if you're watching this, come out with a subwoofer that we can add to these HomePods, the HomePod minis, and that way we can have a better experience with the bass for these speakers. Some of the speakers, like I said, the minis, they lack the bass that these here supply. But Amazon got a subwoofer, Roku got a subwoofer, Apple, we need you to come out with a subwoofer. So I hope this video helps you guys decide if you want to get the OG HomePod off eBay, or if you want to go ahead and just spend $300 on a new one, on the HomePod second generation. But the choice is yours. It's your money. Do what you want to do. It's my money. This way I go, eBay. All right, thanks for watching. And also, if you have a HomePod mini or two, but at least one, the original HomePod, it can also read the humidity inside the room using the HomePod mini. So for example, I can ask it what's the temperature in the room, and it'll pick up the mini that's inside my guest room. So let's give it a try. What's the temperature in this house?
It's 77 degrees Fahrenheit.
What's the humidity in the house?
Humidity throughout the home is high, at about 52%.
And that's the original HomePod, and it's piggybacking off the HomePod mini.